I'm going to show you how to increase sales, generate more leads, and better connect with your website visitors. And we're going to do this by fully automating your WordPress website's interactions. We're going to connect with outside services and more. You're going to learn how to automate a series of actions based upon what people do on your website. This truly is the secret to making more money with your website. Now, I'm not talking about expensive automation services like Zapier, but you'll mostly be able to completely eliminate the need for Zapier. Zapier is a nice service, but as you can see, it's very expensive. Most people end up on this $61.25 per month plan, and you're very limited in what you're able to do. Zapier's okay, I guess, but Zapier doesn't know what people are doing on your website. And Zapier can't make your WordPress plugins connect to each other and work in perfect harmony. For example, Zapier doesn't know how many times someone has visited a product page or a sales page or a course sales page on your website. Wouldn't it be nice to know that, because you can gauge someone's interest and you can interact and connect with that user based upon the interest that they're showing? Can't do that with Zapier. Also, Zapier doesn't know when someone leaves a comment on one of your blog posts, which is really a user raising their hand and saying, I'm the most engaged user with your content. How many of you would like to know who those people are so that you can engage and automate interactions with them? For those of us with online course websites, Zapier can't tell you when a student in one of your courses is struggling and needs a little bit of extra help or maybe some encouragement. After all, when we have online courses, our goal is to make sure that our students, our learners, are successful so that they can get a result and they can share it with other people. Zapier's not going to help you with that. Also, Zapier doesn't know how many times someone logs into your website. These are your most engaged users, and you might want to automate interactions with them in a different way. And don't get me started on how Zapier can't get your plugins communicating with each other. Very few plugins even have Zapier integrations. And if they do have an integration, it's an additional annual cost per website. Like you see here with WooCommerce, you have to buy a third-party plugin for $59 per year just for this one plugin to connect in to Zapier. Here's another example, Give, which is a fantastic donation plugin for WordPress. If you want it to work with Zapier, it's going to start at $75 per year per website. Of course, they have some volume discounts. You might be saying, but my WordPress plugin has a native Zapier integration, and I think that's awesome. But when you look at the fine print, it's not so awesome. The few plugins that do have a native Zapier integration that's included for free, it's only a one-way connection. You can see that right here with this Zapier integration. It can tell Zapier that a student did something, but Zapier can't tell LearnDash to take an action on anything. It's not LearnDash's fault. That's just how it works with these external automation tools such as Zapier. Now, the best part is most of what I'm going to show you is completely free. And over the course of the next week, I'll be showing you how you can use this tool to save thousands of dollars over paid services. I'll show you how to generate more sales. I'll teach you how to understand your visitors better. And I'll also show you some creative things like how to create a lightweight automated membership website completely for free. It's mind-boggling, right? And for those of you that want more, I mean a lot more, I've got you covered there, because there's a pro version, and I contacted the developers to see if they would give a deal here to the audience. And for the next few days, you can get a lifetime license of this plugin for just a few dollars more than an annual license. That's a big deal. So enough talking. Let's go take a look at the website and how to use this tool. The plugin is Uncanny Automator. To visit this page, go to wpcrafter.com/automator, and I'll also have the link in the video description box down below. This plugin serves three main purposes. Number one, it gets your WordPress plugins communicating and working together. So your plugins that don't currently talk to each other, this will get them talking to each other. Now, the second main purpose is you can interconnect multiple WordPress websites. So if you have everything on one site and you want to kind of separate it out, so you have one site maybe for your e-commerce and another site maybe for your online courses, you can easily do that. And the third thing is this will interconnect with outside services via something called webhooks. It can send and receive webhooks. So if you want to communicate with your outside service, such as a marketing automation platform, a webinar platform, even an e-commerce platform, you can do all of that with Uncanny Automator. Now, I've been looking for a solution like this for a very long time. So an example for me is I have an e-commerce website, and when I sell something, I wanted multiple actions to happen. So the trigger was me selling a product. And what I wanted to do was first, I wanted to push their info into my email marketing application. That's very basic, right? Then I wanted to enroll them in a course on my website. Then I wanted to register them for an upcoming webinar to make sure that I onboard them into the purchase and make sure that they're taken care of. Next, I wanted to send them a personalized email thanking them for making their purchase and also giving them a discount that they can share with a friend. I wanted to do all of those different actions when something was triggered. Purchasing the product was triggered. And that's just one example of a series of actions that you can do now automatically using this plugin. Now here's a list of the plugins that they currently integrate with. And just last week, they added 5 new plugins. So this is a tool that keeps getting better. You're going to see e-commerce plugins in here. You're going to see contact form plugins here. We have Give for donations. You're going to see e-learning plugins in here, such as LearnDash and Lifter LMS. You'll see membership plugins like MemberPress and Paid Members Pro. Here's the events calendar. There's Twilio if you ever wanted to contact someone via phone automatically or text message. That's included in here. And of course, when we scroll down, you see we have WP Fusion and WP Fusion Lite. And of course, Zoom. Everybody has to integrate with Zoom meetings and Zoom webinars. But of course, that's not all the integrations. Because of this feature called webhooks, you can connect to any outside service that can send or receive webhooks. So your website can communicate back and forth, not a one-way communication, it's a two-way communication with these external services. I use a webinar platform called BigMarker. It's a great webinar platform. You noticed it wasn't on the list, so I went to Google and I entered in BigMarker and then the word webhooks. And then right here, I found this page on BigMarker's website that tells me it supports webhooks and how to get the webhooks working with my website. So in that example, someone purchases a product, I can automatically register them for an upcoming webinar. So the way automation works is there's first a trigger. Some forms of an event happens. I give you a few examples. Someone purchases a product, someone fills out a contact form, someone leaves a comment, someone visits a page 1 time or 5 times, whatever interval that you want to say. Some event happens. In the e-learning space, an event could be someone registers for a course, or someone marks a lesson complete, or someone gets a poor grade on a test. You essentially have this long list of triggers that can happen, and then a trigger will trigger an automation sequence where you can not just do one thing, you can do as many things as you want. And these are called actions. You can have as many actions as you want occur. Right here on this page, it lists those triggers and those actions broken down by different plugins. Now, each one of these that has a pro badge that you can see right there, that is just going to be in the pro version, but you can see when I scroll down, there's a ton that you can do in just the free version of Uncanny Automator. Right here, we see WooCommerce, and you can see right here, if a user views a product, that can be a trigger, and you can set how many times they view that product because that would show interest. Another trigger for WooCommerce is a user purchases a product. So when that product is purchased, it can act as a trigger. And just right here, we see some core WordPress triggers. When a user views a page or any piece of content really on your website, so it could be some sales page you have or some course page that you have. We also have right here when a user submits a comment or views a post or a custom post type, or even when a user logs into your website. Here's a list of the triggers for my favorite online course platform, LearnDash. So we have the triggers of a user completes a course, completes a lesson, completes a topic, attempts a quiz. Right here, you can have a trigger based upon what they scored on a quiz, and various other triggers. Now, if you don't use LearnDash, don't worry, you're not left out. This supports LearnPress, Lifter LMS, Tutor LMS, and like 3 or 4 for others. There's also some very unique and powerful features found in the Pro version only, right here where it says Automator Core. You can create a button that acts as a trigger. It could just be a link, and this is also for receiving webhook data. So an example, someone logs into your website and you have a page there, and you can have a series of actions triggered when someone clicks a button. It's pretty sick what you're able to do. So that's what triggers an automation routine, or what's also known as an automation recipe. There's a trigger that happens, and that was a list of all the triggers. And the trigger triggers actions, and you can have as many actions as you want. So let's go and take a look at what those actions are right here. So picking up where I left off, here's Automator Core, and its main action is sending data to a webhook. So in that example where I wanted to register someone for an upcoming webinar to onboard them into my product, this is how I do it, and it's completely free, sending to a webhook. Another example is if I want to send my information off into my email marketing application, which is Gist right now, and it also can receive webhooks. MailChimp can receive webhooks. Most of them can receive webhooks. So you don't have to worry about if a certain tool will work with your email marketing tool, as long as that email marketing tool can receive a webhook. So let's go back down to the WordPress core functionality. So an action can be sending an email. It could be adding a new role to a user's list of roles or changing it. It can create a new user, and that's what's included in the free version. Oops, I left one out. You can also create a post as a free action. And you can see here some of the options for the Pro version right here. Here is a long list of e-learning actions that can be performed. You can see a list here for LearnDash. So you can create a LearnDash group. You can enroll the user in a course. You can also reset course progress. And down here we have Zoom features that are found in the Pro version, such as adding the user to a meeting or to a webinar. Now the real power comes in not on single actions, but stringing the actions together and then using them all together to create these automation recipes. That's where the magic truly happens. If you're using WooCommerce, or if you're using CartFlows for your sales funnels, if you're using Easy Digital Downloads, or maybe you're just using Give to accept donations. And let's not leave out ThriveCart, which is an external software as a service platform that is very popular and happens to support webhooks. Imagine the possibilities. It's truly limitless what you can automate using this tool. But how about if you're using BuddyBoss, which is an amazing online community platform? Maybe you're using LearnDash for your online courses, or a software like Lifter LMS. You'll be able to better serve your students. You'll be able to increase your sales of your courses, and you'll be able to help them have success. You can also completely automate your site using the very popular WP Fluent Forms, which also accepts payments. You can automate events when using the events calendar, and we can't leave out the very popular and very awesome Wishlist member. Now let's go take a look at what this costs per year and the special deal that they have put together just for you. Right here is the normal pricing. So in addition to the free version, we have 3 plans available. First, we can see the Pro plan, which is perfect for someone that just has their own website. So it's going to be a license for 2 websites. That comes in at $149 per year. The agency is 10 websites for $249, and it's down here, but you can't see it. They also have an unlimited license for agencies or website as a service type of situations, and that costs $499 per year. But I reached out to the developers and asked them if they would put together a special deal just for the WP Crafter audience, and they agreed, and here it is. It's good for a little over 6 days, and check this out. They made the cost just a tiny bit more than the annual cost, except you're going to get lifetime updates, and this includes all major versions that would come out in the future. And it also includes 3 years of premium help desk support. If you need support outside of the 3 years, there's an option for that as well. These right here are the one-time costs for these various plans. So when you visit wpcrafter.com/automator, and I'll have the link in the video description, it's going to take you to this page, not the other one. And when I scroll down, there's a a series of frequently asked questions that you might have, and we have them all listed out right here. Now, when I get to the bottom, they did list out what they're working on for the next 3 months, which is new integrations, and they hope to have the next latest version 3 of this plugin released out soon. That would be later this year, but let's look at the new integrations. So it already works with BuddyBoss, but they're going to deepen the integration with BuddyBoss. They're going to integrate with Elementor Forms, Events Manager, Integromat, another LMS, and WP Polls. That pricing is an excellent deal on a very powerful plugin that will not only save you a lot of money, it will also make you a lot of money with these integrations and the automations and how you can have a deeper and better connection with the people visiting your website. So now let's see how it works. Here I am on a fresh, brand new website. What I'll do is install the free Kadence theme and install WooCommerce. If you're not familiar with the Kadence theme, I'll have a link down below. You can go to wpcrafter.com/Kadence. It's the most full-featured free WordPress theme on the market. There's no feature held back and there's no restrictions. I'm going to go to Appearance and then click on Themes. I'll go up to here where it says Add New. I'll click on Add Theme. I'll click on Upload Theme. Click on Choose File and upload the theme that you just downloaded and click on Install Now. Okay, now I'll click on Activate. When it's activated, it's going to offer me the Kadence starter templates. It's also free, so I'll click on this. It takes me here to choose a starter template. I know this shopping one has WooCommerce in it. Now, before I click on import, I can change the color scheme by just clicking on a different color scheme right here. Now that I've chosen my color scheme, I'll click on import and then I'll click on Start Importing. That took about 2 minutes or so. I'll click on Finished and view my site. And here I have a fully set up e-commerce website that's ready to test the Automator plugin on. To install Automator, go to Plugins, click on Add New, search for Uncanny Automator, go to where it says Install Now, and then click on Activate. Now I'm going to add the pro version of Uncanny Automator. So I'm going to go to Add New, I'm going to click on Upload Plugin, I'll go here and click on Choose File, then click on Install Now. Now I'll activate the pro version. And while I'm at it, I'll also activate LearnDash, which I've already uploaded. You can see we have a new menu item here that says Automator. I'll go ahead and click on that. Let's go ahead and create a new automation recipe. So I'll click on Add New. Now, when you have the free version, you're only able to have logged in automations. So logged in triggers right here. And when you have the pro version, you also can have anonymous triggers. So I'm going to click on logged in because that's what you would have with the free version. And I'll click on confirm. I'll go ahead and give this recipe a name. Next, I want to choose a logged in trigger, and you see it's only showing me these 4 options right here. That's because Uncanny Automator is a smart plugin. It knows I don't have all of the plugins installed on this website that they integrate with, so it's only showing me what I have installed that they have an integration with. In this case, you saw I have WooCommerce and I have LearnDash, so there's no reason to show me anything other than those 2. But I'm going to create an automation based on someone taking a look at a t-shirt product page. So for this recipe, I want the trigger to be a WooCommerce trigger, and I'm going to scroll down here to where it says a user views a product. So let's go ahead and choose that. And then right here, I can choose what that product is. Now that I've chosen a product, I'll go ahead and click on save, and my trigger is all set. The only thing I might want to change is I don't want this to be triggered when a user views the shirt 1 time. I probably want to do it when they've viewed the shirt 3 times, because that shows that they're probably interested. So I can click where it says 1 and I can change this number to 3 just like that and click on save. Now let's go ahead and set up our actions. So the first thing I'm going to want to do is send them an email. So I'll click on add action. I'll click on WordPress and I'll scroll down to where it says send an email. And here it is. I'll click on send an email. I'll scroll down and fill this out. I'll put my subject and in the body here, I might want to put a coupon because they're really interested in it. So maybe I'll offer them 10% off. Now, you don't always need to give someone a discount. You could ask them what is holding them back from making the purchase. That would probably be more appropriate for a larger purchase, such as an online training course, to first ask what's holding them back. And I'm sure you'll gain a lot of insight into how you're selling it and how it's being perceived. But in this case, I'll just give it a discount and I'll go ahead and click on save. Now, what if I wasn't selling a t-shirt and I was selling a big online course? Maybe I would send an email and also enroll them in a mini course automatically and let them know about that mini course. And the purpose of that mini course is to give them a little bit more information so that they might build more of a rapport with you, know, like, and trust you, and then go with the purchase. So that would be another action. I can click on add another action. This time it would be a LearnDash action. And here it is, enroll the user in a course. I would choose this. Now, I don't have any courses on this site, but you get the point. I could choose a course right here, and I can continue adding actions, multiple actions that will happen automatically. Now, check this out for a ninja tactic. Right here, there's this option, redirect when the recipe is complete. I can click on this right here, and I can redirect that person when they visit the page for the third time because they're interested, and I can maybe send them to another page asking them, hey, what's going on? What can we do to help you make a move on this? You can do whatever you want, but what's really ninja is you can redirect them. So maybe if it was an online course, you redirected them to a page saying, what's going on here? Is it money? Here is, we have COVID going on. Here's a 10% off. Right now, you can buy it on this page, but this is the only time you're going to see this page. That's what you could do with this redirect URL. You can do such mind-boggling things. Next, for logged in recipes like this, you can see here on the top right, it says times per user, and you can set up how many times this would happen per user. So now that everything's set up, let's turn everything on. So for my trigger, I have to get it out of draft and make it live. The same thing for all of my actions, and the overall recipe, I can just go right here, and now the recipe is live. You can see right here an overview of all of your recipes, what it does in a nutshell, and you can see how many times the recipe has run, and there's full logging for each of these so you never miss an activity. I've been using this plugin for the last month, and it's amazing what it can do. Just to give you an example, I have one website where if a purchase is made on that website, it connects to another website. It sends the information over to the other website. And then over there, I send the user an email. I enroll the user in a course. I send them a personalized email. And I have a link that this allows you to create where the user clicks on that email, the link in the email, and it auto logs them into the online training course website. And then I do a few other things in addition to that. And it all happens seamlessly, automatically, day in and day out. Oh, and I forgot, it also sends me an email because I want to know when those sales are made. I end up getting an email in my inbox. So it does all of these things. Truly, the potential of what you can do with this is a little overwhelming, not in a bad way, but in a fantastic way. So what I'm going to do is over the course of the next few days, I'll be uploading videos just showing you what you can do with this plugin. But like I said earlier, this discount that we have on a lifetime license is for a limited time. And so there's countdown timer. You can see that going out. They've never offered anything like this. They weren't planning on anything like this. It's because I reached out to them and I asked them and got them to agree to it. So they're doing it for this short period of time. And I really think this is one of those plugins that you do not want to miss. It really delivers on the promise of saving you money, making you more money, and having a better connection with the people that use your website, which in turn makes you look like a superstar in their eyes. So anyways, that is Uncanny Automator. If you have any questions about it, you can ask in the video description down below. I'll do my best to answer them. And I'm looking forward to releasing more videos this week on how you can get the most out of a tool like this. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.